What's up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my postpartum weight loss journey with you guys. So this video was a little overdue. My baby is over a year old, but I still thought it would be very helpful to share my journey with women out there who have just had babies, because I know weight loss in itself is a struggle for so many women. But after you have a baby, you're feeling very overwhelmed. So I'm hoping to help motivate and inspire anyone out there who's just jumping on this journey of weight loss and wanting to get their body back. I'm really hoping to be that motivation for you guys, because I lost 50 pounds after having Taylor, and I've managed to keep this weight off a year after giving birth. If you just had a baby, congratulations. Take the time to really enjoy your bundle of joy. We know what it takes to carry a baby, so this is not going to happen overnight. Let your body heal properly before you get in that whole snapback mode. But today I'm really going to dig into what helped me, what I've been doing, and how I've maintained to keep the weight off. A little backstory: my pre-pregnancy weight for years has always ranged from 150 pounds to about 156, 57. At some of my highest days, I was around 160. But for the most part, I stay around the 150 range. So right before finding out I was pregnant with Taylor, I was 151 pounds. And at my heaviest, saying like a week before giving birth, that appointment right before I actually gave birth, so which actually was like 4 days before birth, I was 190 pounds. So I had gained 40 pounds in this pregnancy. But I'm not gonna lie, I was at my happiest. This was a planned pregnancy, like just enjoying, living my best life, bringing my third baby into this world. So honestly, I was eating up everything, enjoying it, wasn't worried about the calories or none of that stuff. But I still would walk, and I was really focusing on having a natural birth. So I was walking, I was doing like exercises on my exercise ball. So I wasn't like a complete lazy, pregnant person at that time. Like I was still moving, but I was definitely eating and enjoying this pregnancy like to the utmost. So after giving birth to Taylor, I didn't really set into wanting that snapback and realizing, dang, I've really gained 40 pounds in this pregnancy until about 2 months or so after having Taylor. Now that might seem long, but I also had her when it was colder. So in December, I was just enjoying the holidays with my family, and snuggling up with her, just enjoying this new bundle of joy. And then I hit an area where I was kind of like, okay, summertime slowly approaching. I mean, yes, it's like February, my birthday rolls around, and I'm like, dang, I'm getting this little motivation to want to start really getting my body back, because I mean, let's be real, guys. We've got to stop comparing ourselves to other women. That is one of the things that will literally just drown you in depression. Like, you don't want to be out there having a baby. You just had a baby. Let's be real, guys. The weight is not going to just fall off the morning after giving birth. But definitely don't compare yourselves to other women, other bodies, celebrities, people who can pay for procedures and things like that. Like, this is me sharing my natural journey with you guys and how I did it, with no gym, no pills, no extra product or anything like that. So, but I did hit a point where I was kind of like, okay, so I think homegirl is ready to kind of start getting that snapback going. So what I started doing is I started walking with your baby when they're around like 3 to 6 months or so is like a really good time, in my opinion, to walk. Because they sleep majority of the walk. So I would drop the other two off at school, and then we would go for an hour walk. She would sleep, especially since we were just getting out of, like the cooler days. So it's like a nice, perfect weather. We would walk for an hour. And I really found that staying consistent with walking throughout the week really started to make me feel good. Then I would start incorporating some exercises. So I would get to a point where I would do like some squats. I'd hold Taylor and I'd just do some squats with her. If I was doing like some leg rises, she would be on her mat on the floor next to me. Really just trying to get myself moving with no excuses, and having her right here with me. Because we know after having a baby, it's very overwhelming. Especially if you have multiple kids to take care of, and then you're trying to take that time to focus in on like getting you back, you know, before you were pregnant. Drink a lot of water, water, guys. So I've never been one to drink soda, juices, things like that. I'm definitely a coffee drinker and I'm a wine drinker. So I know I'm gonna have some coffee in the morning and, you know, sporadically I'm gonna have those glasses of wine. But I drink a lot of water. Water intake, by picking up a gallon of water and drinking it throughout the day and refilling it up. You can add lemon, ginger, you can add cucumbers, mint. All those things actually help with appetite control, digestion, and bloating. And to this day, I'm drinking that on a regular, and it's really helped me stay consistent with losing weight. Diet, your eating habits. So this is a big one for me. And I'm not gonna lie, like, homegirl is a snacker. I like to snack. I mean, literally after, I kid you not, it'll be like after 7 o'clock, I start feeling the urge to have a snack, whether it's the most unhealthy thing from Oreos to Pop-Tarts. I want an ice cream, some crackers, chips and dip. Like, homegirl is a snacker, okay, guys? But changing your eating habits is a part of your weight loss journey. So I don't know anybody who has not changed their eating habits and started to just shed those pounds. So let's talk about some of the eating habits that I changed up in order to shed these pounds. So breakfast, I would eat oatmeal. I love eating cereal, but I definitely put the cereal on the back burner and started eating more oats and oatmeal. So for example, I would make overnight oats. I absolutely love eating overnight oats. It's actually really good. And if you guys want to see some ways that I make the overnight oats, definitely leave me a comment down below, because I have no problem showing you guys how I do that. But for instance, I would just make, say you don't have time, you forget to make the overnight oats. So some breakfast choices, I would make a bowl of oatmeal, and we're talking about the old-fashioned oats, not the Quaker instant flavored oatmeal. And I would, you know, make it to however you want. Some people like it thicker, some people might like it more, you know, waterier, soupier, however you want to say it. But definitely incorporate putting fresh fruit into your oatmeal. Put some chia seeds, put some bananas, some fresh blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, whatever it is. Drizzle a little oatmeal on top for like a little natural sweetness. But oatmeal is high in protein and high in fiber, so it gives you more energy, making you fuller longer and kind of holding you off into your next meal longer. I absolutely love eating oatmeal. I'd also start eating more like omelets. So omelets were a way, or scrambled eggs. You don't have to actually make it into an omelet form. You could scramble it up. I do that sometimes too. But eating more vegetables, incorporating more vegetables into my breakfast as well. So that's mean like I would make an omelet with some spinach or kale. I'd put some onions, some peppers, some mushrooms, tomatoes, whatever you like. Maybe go light on the cheese if you have to have cheese. But that's a great way to incorporate more vegetables into your breakfast. So definitely, you know, try some new breakfast options versus going straight for a waffle or a pancake. But definitely try to scale back from some of the fattier breakfasts that, you know, a lot of us tend to go for. So then let's talk about lunch. When lunch would come around, I would replace meals with a shake. So one of my favorite shakes to have is a citrus shake. I always like to freeze my fruit. So to this day, I buy fresh fruit and then I chop it up and I freeze it so it's already ready for my shake, because I found that I like my shakes when my fruit is frozen. It really makes it nicer, colder, gives it a better texture versus just throwing it all in there, blending it up, and it's a little more watery. So I like a citrus shake. I put frozen bananas, frozen mango, frozen pineapples, and then I put a little bit of spinach in there. And then I'll put an orange, and if I don't have orange or orange juice, one or the other, and it gives it a nice citrus taste. So try replacing your meals with a shake. Let's talk about some snack options. So when it comes to snacking, try to snack on some things that are like nuts versus going for the cookies. Recently, now this wasn't while I was in my postpartum first, you know, those first like 6 months trying to get my body back. But recently I've learned I actually like carrots and hummus. That's a really great, I call it my chips and dip. So it's a really great, healthier option than actually having chips and dips or crackers. Try having a cucumber salad. I'm chopping up some cucumber, put a light vinaigrette of your choice, something light, nothing, too much. Don't drown it in ranch, because I'm a ranch gal. But try that, and then put some tomatoes in there, and just try some different things. When it comes to dinner, I started trying to switch up dinners by incorporating more veggies. That's just one thing I've definitely tried consistently to add more green vegetables, especially into my diet. So let's go for Taco Tuesday, because Taco Tuesday is my absolutely favorite day of the week. It's my favorite meal. I love tacos. I can drown a taco with some sour cream, okay? Like, I know it's not healthy, but I love that. So the way I started switching it up is I would have Taco Tuesday like meatless, and then I would take the sour cream out and use salsa. So make a lettuce wrap, or you can use a tortilla. Like, I started trying to find ways to pick and choose what little bit I didn't want to go without. And then, just trying to make those healthier choices. So if I knew I was going to use a tortilla and not do a lettuce wrap, I would use salsa instead of putting all that sour cream on there. So those are just ways of switching it up. I would do black beans, sauteed peppers and onions, a little bit of salsa, and that's how I would make my Taco Tuesday. Avocado. Oh my gosh, to this day, I love an avocado. So those are just some ways I started trying to switch up my diet, but I do suggest trying new things. That's another thing when it comes to your eating habits. Try new things you might not think you like. Try it. I'm one who's big on Pinterest. I try tons of Pinterest recipes because there's so many ideas on there, and you just never know. You can switch it up. Even if you don't have all the recipes, let me tell you, homegirl will make the recipe still with whatever I have in my kitchen. So definitely your eating habits have to change. That is a big part of it. I don't even want to lie to you guys, because I don't know anybody who just starts losing weight by still eating fried chicken, greens, macaroni and cheese, and the list goes on, because we can get, my daughter's over here like raising the roof, because that is like her go-to. Like, when the holidays come around, she is like, we are full and ready to eat. But we definitely have to change some eating habits in order, to get that snack bag. Let's be real, guys. I continue to walk. I continue to work on my diet. I continue to do some, exercises, nothing too intense, but I'm putting in that effort. And I want to be clear when I say nothing too intense, because I'm not about to sit here and lie and act like I'm in the gym hardcore working out, 6-pack, 3 months after having a baby. No, but you make the effort, you get motivated, you set your mind to say, you know what, I'm going to do this. And I promise you, you'll start seeing the baby weight fall off, and you'll actually start feeling really good about yourself. So come March, I start really working on myself. A month in, I'm actually feeling good. 2 months later, I'm actually seeing those pounds really shed off. So I've gained 40 pounds in this pregnancy. I'm now down I'm down 35 pounds, almost 40 pounds to be honest, now that I think about it, because I actually went on vacation for a few days to Atlanta during the summertime, and I was already feeling pre-pregnancy at that point. So I just want to be clear, everyone's time frame, body, everything is going to vary and be different. But I want you guys to know, I'm giving you the 3-month time that I really put in that work and that effort and was like, you know what, I am really changing my habits and, wanting to be a healthy, happier me. Because when she first came out, I was not trying to sit here and focus on working out, eating better. I was still kind of in that pregnancy, like, I'm sitting around with her in the house, I'm snacking, not picking the best, healthiest choices. It was around the first of the year, so I'm still not fully in it. There's colder days. I'm making excuses that it's too cold. I don't want to go, working out or anything like that. So it really took me a good 2.5, 3 months for those those 40 pounds to come off. So as of today, in that first year, all 50 pounds, I was down an extra 10 pounds from my pre-pregnancy weight. So as of now, I've maintained shedding all the baby weight and even 10 extra pounds from before I was even actually pregnant. So I am now maintaining a 140. And for me, for me, I feel good, and I feel like I look good, and that's that confidence that I feel because I've been working on myself for myself. And you're gonna be like unstoppable, you know. But you kind of have to get over that little bit of hump when you first have the baby and everything's so overwhelming. You may be a little stressed, you may be a little depressed. So those things do take place, and I'm not saying, you know, have a baby and be like, I'm ready for my snapback like right now, boo boo, okay? Because it doesn't always happen like that. Like, I just want you guys to understand this is my journey, and I took my time to do it my way and actually do it the healthy, natural way. I'll tell you guys why I have chose to leave this part towards the end, okay? I wanted to be very clear that breastfeeding is extremely beneficial, extremely healthy for you, and especially your baby. But I know for a lot of women out there, to breastfeed your baby for the first year of life, even maybe the first 6 months of life, can be extremely hard due to so many things. It could be work, it could be just, it could be all type of things. It could just be that your breasts are hurting all the time. I had my days where I just cried and cried. But breastfeeding is very beneficial. But I left it towards the end because I really didn't want anyone to come through this video and be like, oh, she breastfed, that's how she lost all the weight. Because let me tell you, I've had 3 kids, okay? Let me tell you, I've had 3. And I've breastfed all 3 of them, okay? And you get to a point when you're breastfeeding that you're no longer, you're not really losing all the weight. You hit kind of a plateau. So at a certain point with my other 2, I got to a point where like no more weight was coming off. And to be honest, I was working and I was moving around. I wasn't lazy just sitting around. I was constantly on the go. I maybe didn't make all the best eating choices. It didn't just come off as much as it really did when I started changing my lifestyle, the way I'm eating, my motivation, my mind frame, my thought process, my attitude, all those things started taking place. So yes, breastfeeding definitely is one of those factors that I do believe helps you, but you still have to put in some extra work, because if you just sit here and say, I'm just gonna breastfeed, there's absolutely no guarantee that all your weight is just gonna shed off in 2 months. It's just not, in my opinion. There could be women out there that it just sheds completely off, and like next thing you know, you looking like pre-baby weight in 2 weeks. But I did want to say, yes, I have breastfed Taylor, but it doesn't mean that in the other 2 pregnancies that any of that weight just shed it completely off, because I am more in shape, more healthier, more fit. I feel good. That confidence is there more now than ever, because I've put in that work and I'm giving that effort to focus on me for me. Guys, and that's it. Honestly, that's all to my weight loss journey. After having Taylor, I really just changed my lifestyle. I didn't buy any fancy product. I wasn't taking any certain kind of, pills or anything like that. No procedures, nothing. I wanted to just do it my way, on my time, the natural, healthy way. And over time, I really found that it made me a happier, healthier, confident me. So I hope this video was helpful to at least one woman that I was able to help, inspire, and motivate on your weight loss journey after having a baby. Because if there's anything I know after having 3 kids, weight loss and working on yourself is really hard. Like, we have kids, our day is consumed of making sure they're well taken care of, but we have to remember to take time to take care of ourselves. So just take those baby steps to changing little things in your diet, taking a nice walk, putting a little bit of time and effort into working out. It has to be a lifestyle change. But anyways, guys, I'm not going to sit here and start preaching about changing your life, 10 minutes later after I'm ending this video. But I just really hope this video was helpful to someone out there, because I know motherhood, it's a lot. And after you have a baby, you're overwhelmed, you're stressed, your emotions, your hormones, everything is like literally on 10. But I definitely wanted to just share my journey with you guys and hope some of the things that I talked about maybe will help you guys. And if you guys have any comments or questions, leave them down below, especially if you're someone who just had a baby and you're working on yourself and you're going through some postpartum weight loss, things. Leave them down below. If it's working for you, it could work for other women. I definitely just want this video to help other people, because honestly, I can't say it enough. Homegirl, I know there are gonna be some rough days, but we gotta push through them. So feel free to leave any recommendations, comments, anything, suggestions down below for other people who come across this video to, read, and we can all kind of just share what is all working for us. So other than that, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please be sure to subscribe. I would love for you to be a part of my YouTube family. And other than that, guys, until my next video, thanks.